Muy buenos días, desde Radio Málaga. Queremos presentarles aquí al famoso actor Wayne R. Taylor, conocido mundialmente por sus películas de acción. Welcome to Spain's Malaga Sur newspaper. We are happy to present you with W.R.T, Wayne R. Taylor, very known in Spain for his last role in the film El Monto Catellente. He has been very popular. He appeared in cameo roles in the beginning of his career in EastEnders, soap operas as The Bill and Neighbours, but since then has made his way into different fields such as literature, writing, storytelling and music. He plays in a new wave punk band, The Crones, and is very happy to be here and present us with his new film that has just recently been released in Spain, El Monto Catellente. So tell us, Wayne, how has it been for you working in Spain?
Well, sort of, I suppose, sort of getting used to the dialogue and the monologue, the sort of, the change, and, I try and sort of keep this stuff really sort of like retrospect at the moment, and, I've got such a good sort of like backing, to the point of a very, very good manager, and, that sort of, deals with, like my songwriting, and, I'm fully aware at the moment, that the music's really taking off in New York City, the Big Apple, the American people seem to actually love W.R.T's creativity, and, I have many friends, sort of, in the States that, can't wait for me to hit their shores yet again, W.R.T. So.
I wanted to ask you one thing. How did you find that? Because during your last week in Spain, you seem to have been virtually kidnapped at Malaga airport by dozens of crazed fans. Was that a first time for you, or did you find?
Let me get one thing straight. I absolutely love and adore my fans. It's like, I work in an industry where a lot of these artists, tend to get grandiose, put themselves on pedestals, and, I absolutely love and adore the fans. And, I was only speaking to my good friend Tom, a few weeks ago, Tom Jones, and, he explained to me, the knicker epidemic back in the late 60s, and, he sort of, painted this certain picture and said, remain grounded, and that's what I do, I really remain grounded. And
But it must be hard though when you're being compared to Marlon Brando. It must do something to your concept of yourself, your concept as an actor.
Well, to be
as an artist,
to be compared to, such a phenomenal actor as Mr. Brando, he's like. That stuff moves me. It really does touch me.
It's like the creme de la creme.
Very much. The guy was, sort of like a genius. Especially his role in The Godfather, and
fantastic.
It's very, very good actor.
Yeah.
So.
So did you find it intimidating in your last film working with Antonio Banderas?
Well, Antonio, bless him. He's a very good friend, and. I suppose, it was a little bit intimidating, but, my biggest achievement was, working alongside, Gary, me and Gary Oldman in the new Batman, Dark Knight, and, it's, it comes out released in July, that was an experience,
And what does a man like you that has everything, a man with success, a man with the looks, a man with the girls in his pocket, what does a man like you do to enjoy himself? Do you find that there's a lot of temptation around the industry that you work in, with drugs, alcohol, sex?
Very, very much so. It's sort of, I have a very strong family, that sort of, warn me against a lot of this stuff, and I've got these certain values, at one stage, I sort of, I was acting very promiscuous. I had about 12 girlfriends, and. It's like, people talk about 12, the magic number, and, it was, sort of I had to work a lot, a hell of a lot of stuff, and, at the moment, I'm sort of, pretty much a bachelor, and I have, very many girlfriends, and, I mentioned the word grounded a lot. I have to remain humble in this industry because it's very much cutthroat. Cutthroat industry, and
yes, it is.
You'll probably hear a lot of like the W.R.T lyrics in the songs. I'll paint metaphors with lyrics, the same as my paintings. You can appreciate coming into my palace here today and seeing some of my artwork. It was difficult. This didn't just happen overnight. It took a lot of determination and time. It really did.
Well, it's lovely. It's great to have you here in Malaga. We didn't think you'd make it back. Your flight was a bit late and we were all worried. I understand you've got several other interview commitments this afternoon.
And I'm I'm going to be flying back over to Los Angeles very soon, and I've got to meet my publishers. And then I'm back in the recording studio with the Early Man in North London, and collaborations. I'm starting to get this infusion going with the artwork as well. And
all the best to you with your new role in El Mundo Catayente. I hope you have all the best success in the UK and in Spain, and a good flight back to LA, where I'm sure this film will have a great acceptance. Thank you, Wayne R. Taylor.
Peace out.